In Christendom, the whole concept of justice is that you move from the standards of scriptures. You take a look at the demands of scriptures, which they ask everything of us. And God actually wants the entirety of us. That's why we actually need him to actually make that possible. But he demands all of us, and he demands that we actually live out things like justice, things like mercy, things like humility in our everyday affairs with the people we see all the time, as well as the people that we occasionally see, or whomever that may be. Whereas in modernity, the sense of justice is very different. The sense of justice in modernity is often about what we would call the greater good. This idea that you decide to do what is just, or what you decide to do what you think is just, that is, based upon whatever accomplishes the most amount of good for the most amount of people. It's one of the curious things about Christendom, one of the curious things about applying the scriptures, is that Christendom has always been interested in protecting minorities. Now, you're going to see Christians throughout time who exploited minorities. I mean, that's the whole story of American slavery, was the exploitation of Africans in the slave trade. That was an exploitation of minorities. But the point is this. It's something that Lord Acton, the great historian of the 19th century, pointed out. He said that you can actually measure the success of liberty and the success of Christendom, the word applied, based upon how equal, how much the rights are equal to the majority according to the minority. Meaning, does the minority, are they actually treated well? Do they actually have the same rights and privileges as the majority? That's always been a test for actual justice. And of course, you can take this and use it as a case study for when you look at our own culture and see how this may be applied and how it sometimes is not applied.